1995, Congress enacted the Education for All Handicapped Children Act, or Public Law 94-142. This law provided special education services for millions of students with disabilities from vision or hearing loss and severe and multiple disabilities to physical, speech language, or learning disabilities. This law is now known as the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, or IDEA. In its most recent report to Congress, the United States Department of Education reported that 6 million students were served under the IDEA. Among these, 3.5 million were provided educational services in the general education classroom for more than 79% of the school day, an increase of about 10% from the 1999 to 2000 school year. In contrast with the increasing numbers of students being served in the general education classroom is a nagging lack of confidence among teachers to provide effective instruction for these students. Numerous studies have documented this perennial issue. For example, Scruggs and Mastropieri's seminal research synthesis in 1996 reported that about 2/3 of teachers did not feel prepared to teach students with disabilities in their classrooms. Teacher confidence continues to be an issue nearly 20 years later. Clearly, the United States education system has a problem. Increasing numbers of students with disabilities are being served in the general education classroom for the majority of the day, while teachers simply do not feel confident in their ability to provide effective instruction for these students. Is there an answer? I believe there is. For over 2 decades, Anne Jordan and her colleagues at the Ontario Institute of Studies in Education, or OISE, have been exploring this issue. On one hand, they have found that teachers who believe that disability is a problem to be fixed or a deficit in the individual feel less confident in their ability to teach students with disabilities. On the other hand, teachers who believe that disability is an interaction between a student's impairment and her environment feel more confident and supportive of students with disabilities in their classrooms. The deficit model of disability is often called the medical model. The interactionist model of disability is often called the social model of disability. So the answer is simple, right? We'll just go with the social model, and teachers will be much more confident in their ability to teach students with disabilities in their classrooms. But it just isn't that simple. In part, the problem lies in teacher preparation programs, particularly in special education teacher preparation. Special education teacher preparation ascribes to the medical model of disability, and students who will soon be teachers dutifully listen to the information and direction of their instructors, their textbooks, and their field experiences. However, a small group of teachers and scholars in the field of disability studies and education are challenging the medical discourse of disability in traditional special education programs. In part, these scholars advocate for the application of universal design for learning as a strategy for serving students with disabilities and other students in classrooms. Universal design for learning is an approach to instruction that provides flexibility in the ways that teachers give information, instruction, materials, and assessments to students to meet the diversity of their learning needs. Is universal design for learning truly the answer? This is the topic of my research. Stay tuned to find out the results.